There's only a few games, but maybe we'll try to find some bets in here. So, number one, the game that stuck out to me, but it's a doubleheader, the Braves and the Phillies. So, Jenks, I think you know my stance on doubleheaders. I'm not a huge fan of betting on them because they feel kind of wonky to me. But we do get the best pitching matchup of the day between the Braves and the Phillies in game two. So it's going to be Chris Sale facing off with Zach Wheeler. Chris Sale this season 2-3 despite a 3.36 ERA. Zach Wheeler is 6-1 with a 2.42 ERA. Philly short favorites here at -120, total of 7.5. So Jenks, let me ask you, will you bet on this game? And does it kind of make you a little nervous? That's the second game of a doubleheader.
Yeah, I really don't want to pick a side here. I mean, you've got two of the best in the game going at it, and I think I would probably just look for a good price on a first five under. I think that's maybe the way to
Yeah.
go. If you look, you can find a four, maybe a 4.5 out there, believe it or not, and that's probably going to go down immediately because the full game total is 7 and a hook. But I definitely don't want to pick a side when you're talking about Chris Sale going up against Zach Wheeler. Ultimately, I'd probably just take the better value with the Braves, especially with Ronald Acuna back. I think that might be where I lean. But then again, the Phillies are only -120. I'd rather play a total than a side here.
Yeah, like if you think both these pitchers are great, obviously that's when you look at a first five under. So, Jenks, I found a four, under four for -150. It is a little juicy, but I do think after you go the first game, like this is where the doubleheader kind of comes into the handicap. So, the first game, you get AJ Smith-Shawver and Christopher Sanchez. Then you get a big jump up, and I think stuff and, talent when it goes from AJ Smith-Shawver to Chris Sale. So I think maybe that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for some of these Phillies bats. But again, sometimes I don't love betting on the second game of a doubleheader until I see what goes on in the first game of a doubleheader. So we'll see if the bats are nice and warmed up. If they are, like maybe we're not going to go with the first five under. But you can't get a four for -150. All right, so there's three other games on the card. None of them really, light up anything for me. I'll say maybe the Nationals and the Mariners. That's a low-key good pitching matchup. Mackenzie Gore has been pretty solid for the Nationals. Emerson Hancock had like two really bad starts that kind of ruined his ERA. But free roll here. Of these three games, are you betting on any of them?
I might go against the money here and go over with the A's and Blue Jays. Right now, it opened at 8.5, and we're seeing that number start to come down, but I like the over. I really wanted the A's when Jeffrey Springs was going to be on the mound, but now you've got Jacob Lopez, and here's the thing. He's a reliever, so there's going to be a bullpen game for the A's. Guess who has the worst ERA in baseball over the last 2 weeks? The A's do. An ERA, when you look at their bullpen, well over 9. And Jose Barrios on the other side for Toronto, he has not been good at home. I was reading some preview. He's been great in Toronto. No, he is not. 0-1 with a 5.19 ERA. So I think the Athletics can get to him. Obviously, they're on the road here, not in Sacktown, but they're 6th in OPS, 7th in slugging this season. The Blue Jays are not a great over team, but when you're taking on the A's bullpen, that can change things. So I would look at the over there.
Yeah, I think why I maybe wouldn't bet on this game is because I don't really know what to expect from Jacob Lopez. You're right. Like, he came from the bullpen, but last game, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, and only 3 hits against the Phillies. So I don't know if he's good. We have a very small sample size, and I don't know too much about him. So when there's too much volatility involved in a pitcher, that's when I don't bet on a game. So maybe I won't.